Hey, it's Nadine. So I hope you had a lovely week. It's Monday morning, and I was just asking my higher self, what should I make a video about? And the thing that came up is a lot of people are getting more and more ready to follow their intuition. They've seen other people do it. They might have watched shows like Medium and they like, but I get these downloads. I get sometimes deja vus and premonitions, and I sometimes that you get that real gut feeling, very strong gut feeling. But there's a big difference between having those experience and using it on a daily basis. And as I often say, it's like a muscle that you train. Even I've been taking singing lessons again over the last couple of months, and it's a muscle. It's in here, and you train it, and it's about the awareness. Where is the air going? Is it chest forwards? Am I gonna go higher? And you train your awareness. So it's the same with intuition. It's like a muscle that you can train, and you can fine tune it. The thing is with intuition, it is not black and white. It is not like I can, for example, say, okay, I'm going to look for a pen in here and I want this one. Okay, this is the pen I was looking for. I got it. No, it's like, there are pens and I can see they're in a sparkly thing, and you have the general idea, but it's like that there, and you're going to find what you need is something, and you can see a bit shiny object, but it's peripheral vision. It's like peripheral vision in a way, unless you get a real clear message. And I've had that, like during a car accident and thing, or I remember once walking in the streets in New York and almost like a shout, turn around now and start walking back towards your hotel, and only afterwards did I realize that I was going to really enter in an area where, I was only 19 years old, where I shouldn't have been all by myself walking there. So I had a bit of a false sense of security, I guess. But and in a car accident, when I was in a convertible and a car was coming towards us, it said, you just turn around, take up the position where you really go like this and towards the car. And it wasn't natural because you want to see the car hitting you. But I listened to that voice, to my intuition, to the high self, to guides, whatever you want to call them. And I only ended up with a bruising on my belly, basically. And okay, of course, back pain a bit. And I had to see a chiropractor, but nothing broken, or it could have been so much worse. Anyways, so how you follow your intuition. One, become aware whenever you have this strong messaging coming in, like, don't do this, don't go there, slow down. When you have these things, become aware. I know that a lot of people always talk about guides and all that, but I strongly believe, and when I look into people, their energy system, their best guide is the higher self. We all have a point that is where we are our truest, our closest to source energy, to universal energy, to the divine. And the higher you can go, the more selfless you become, because then you have a wider view over everything that's happening, not just your little world, but you see the whole picture, right? So the closer you can connect to what you are at your highest vibrational level, the more you can tune in to what your yourself, which is only on a 3D level here, is needed for its growth, for what is needed there. And that's often where we get confused. You go like, yeah, but if you are clairvoyant, how come you are still in a car accident, or bad things happen to you, or you get sick, or blah, blah, blah? It still happens because it is something we chose to experience. so that we could transcend it. We make a choice before coming into a life. This lifetime, I want to learn about XYZ. You make up your own thing. And then your higher self is your guide, is your guidance through all that. And I see a lot of people and they channel and they this and they see so much always outside of themselves. I more and more believe it's better to just stick with yourself at your own different vibrational levels and not go to others' vibrational levels. I mean, I do it in a reading. Of course, if I do a past life reading, I will go and have a look in your past lives energies through a communication of your higher self. So my higher self connect to yours, goes in, and then it comes back and it comes through my filter out, because we all filter here. That's what we do. Our mind is a filter of our perception. When you connect to your intuition, you become aware of your filter. The more you could drop it and say, ooh, that is, one of these filters I always put on things, because it's the lesson I'm learning. Are you learning about codependence? Are you learning about having to control other people or being controlled by other people and having to put up boundaries? What are you right now? What is it that you are trying to transcend, to make peace with, to love within yourself and within others, so you can be more love, so that you become lighter, and not so heavy, not so bound to the 3D. So challenges will still be there. That's why it can be hard to trust your intuition, because you will still be challenged. It's not suddenly you never have a problem again. No, they'll still be there, but they'll be easier. You can use your intuition to say, oh, okay, this is where I go now. And you sometimes get confusing, because one moment it'll say go left, and then you start to go left. It's like, no, course correction. It's like a compass, that you learn to follow the compass, and you learn to follow the direction of what at any given point is for the highest benefit for everybody involved. And it's practice. Start with small things, but the first thing is become aware. When you have it, and say, oh yeah, that was my intuition. If you're hitting yourself over the head where you didn't listen to your intuition, please stop doing that. It doesn't help. If hitting ourselves on the head about things and criticizing ourselves would work, we would all be size 6, wealthy, with all the abs, and I don't know what. We would be all perfect, but we are not, because blaming ourselves, blaming others does not work. Just become aware, become neutral, look at it and be the observer and say, I can see myself doing that now. So what would my highest level of love, what would that thing do? Where you're standing in a shop, you buy food, you can just even use your intuition, you rub your hands, you go over the food, and you will feel certain ones will stand out more than others. And some might even feel like, oh no, I should not be eating that. Test it there. If you do one thing this week, see if you can just rub your hands together, close your eyes, and say, should I buy that or that? And see what feels stronger. I've tested it, and it will go like, no, buy the organic version. There's less thing in it. Or like, oh, this is not really good for you right now. Tomorrow it might be better for you. You keep testing it and changing it. Don't get stuck in one way, and don't go like, my way is the best way. No, keep your mind open as you do, to have all your muscles moving. Keep your spiritual mind open to other people, their intuition, their opinions, but at the same time, start trusting yourself. Start trusting when you have a gut feeling, yeah, this is when I know I'm doing the right thing. Okay, I hope this wasn't too long. If you have any questions, just put them below in the comments and I'll get back to you. Bye for now. Have a lovely week.